What's up, guys? This is Barro, aka Investmentor, and we're gonna have a short video, like short live stream for about just like 10 minutes to talk about very ongoing hot topic. It's about the main stocks just come up with from the Reddit Wall Street back group. It's Clover Health. CL with a ticker CLOV. The stock price just went crazy in the past 2 days, and we're gonna have a quick look to see what's going on right there and to see if it's still a good stock, if it's still a good time to buy, and or it's a good time to short, and what will be the strategies and what will be the good entry and exit point if we want to do that. And yeah, let's start from here. So yeah, we will go through some like facts just reported by some of the mainstream medias in the past 2 days, and then we will have a little bit analysis for my personal opinion. So it's not financial advice. It's just for like education and entertainment purpose. So please always do your own research for every investment and trading. So yeah, let's just start right here. Say reported as I read, Reddit traders have a new target, Clover Health, CLOV, and let's just read through real quick. Clover Health, CLOV, a Medicare-backed insurance startup, had a wild day of trading on Tuesday, yesterday. CLOV skyrocketed over 100% at one point yesterday morning and closed up about 86% to about like $22 per share. According to FactSet, more than 700 million shares was changed hands by the closing bell. And the short squeeze look to be a play for CLOV, just like we saw with other meme stock, AMC, GME, and all that. The stock is one of the most shorted stocks across U.S. exchanges. And as of yesterday, 43% of its floating share were so short. That means like like 40% of the floating share were so short. It's like so a lot of like the influencer and social media sites right now saying there's no share for any type of investor to short anymore right now because a big chunk, a huge chunk of the entire share is already so short by yesterday. The CLOV went public by a venture capitalist SPAC in October 2020 last year, and is currently is rated as sales as rank 4 by Zacks rating. So let's have a quick look here.
WallStreetBets.
Cool. So that rank is basically saying, and also later on we will take a look into tipbreak.com. And so by some, I mean some of the mainstream medias, the analysts of mainstream media and from Wall Street are calling to short these stocks, are calling to short CLOV, while the retail investor group Reddit just call for short squeeze of CLOV in the past 2 days, and the stock just went crazy yesterday. It's up about more than like 100% yesterday, and right now, until right now, it's about like a 20% higher than the close of yesterday. So let's take a look into some of the portfolio of Clover Health investment. So we can see that it just reported the trading volume it just went crazy yesterday. It was about like more than like 700 million shares was traded, and it's like about like 30 times more than the average trading volume in like since he went IPO last year. And the market cap right now is about like a 9 billion. It's a little bit higher right now. Probably it's almost like 10 billion right now. So 2 days ago, the market cap was just like not even half. So it's totally crazy. And I mean, like from my 2 cents, I would like to uh, mention a little bit here. I mean, like in recent days, we have been seeing a lot of like meme stocks or like meme products like cryptocurrency, Dogecoin, cryptocoin, and like Dogecoin and Bitcoin. And when we see like AMC, GME, SOS, and all that. And so, like for those like meme stock, like sometimes retail investor might think, oh, it's fine. It's finally the day a retail investor can beat those like evil like Wall Street institutional hedge funds or something. But is that really the case? I mean, when we just, I mean, just like if we come down to just like think twice. Um, from my 2 cents, I think the short squeeze for AMC, GME, or like a CLOV behind the screen, there actually would be some like manipulation or collaboration out there. So I would guess it's possibly another game that the Wall Street institutional hedge fund and all that professional investor just find a more exquisite or sophisticated way to to kind of like work with those social media site influencer or like the group head of the WallStreetBet on Reddit to kind of to 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 pump the stock to do the pump and dump because like in the past, like traditionally, all these like institutional sales just have their own traditional way to take advantage of the retail investor to make money. But in recent years, and I mean, like since the end of last year or the beginning of this year, we can see that the most of the blue chip stocks and the major and the popular traded stock just coming to a record high and just coming to another kind of like consolidation level. So uh, for the entire stock market, it's probably I mean there's not much profit for those greedy institutional investors to take advantage further. And as we know, like some of the investors just like move their focus into cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and all that. And now meme stock could be another gain for those institutional investors. But I'm just like making my guess for entertaining purpose. Okay. So how do you think? Like, if you have any insights, like, please leave your comments down below this video. I mean, like, because like we can look at the price. Like, we let's just take a look at the price for example, like a AMC. We can see that the price of AMC just like went crazy in the past 2 weeks from about like $10 all the way to like 17. It was up about like 7 times and just had a harsh pullback all the way down below 50 right now. So I mean, during such a huge volatility and fluctuation, how many retail investors actually made some profit, right? Is it possible that the some of the professional or institutional investors actually just like team up with those I mean social media like influencer or YouTubers and all that to kind of like manipulate the stock and to kind of like trap all those like retail investors into the shithole and 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 just like finding a new way to, I mean, to profit. That's possible. That's totally possible. I mean, just like based on my experience and what I have heard from a lot of like private equity and hedge fund managers from like New York and Hong Kong, they think this is totally possible, and that's the reality. A lot of time, those like institutional investors, not those institutional investors and professional investors, they just have to find any 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 way which is not illegal to to profit. So a lot of times through like IPO, like a lot of the IPO and those like penny stock, the stock price of those IPO stocks in the penny stock can be manipulated, or we don't say manipulate, can be operated or managed in a very sophisticated and intelligent way, or yeah, or evil maybe. So yeah, once again, let's come back to the we can see that the CLV, the stock price is up about almost another 20% so far today. And then we can see lots we can see that CLV is like highly, it was just like listed on Reddit yesterday along with BB and CLNE, and it's in a very hot discussion going on in Reddit right now. And also, it's in a very hot discussion in Twitter and some of the other social media sites as well. So, okay, I see here. CLV stock, Reddit investor bet on Clover Health as the next short squeeze target. You mentioned so the influencer on Twitter, Ticker Money, just like mentioned about it. CLV has zero share to short, so it's time to do the short squeeze. And another influencer, WSB, degenerate, is a CLV almost cannot believe my eyes. Full just now. Short sellers are fucking adding. What in the hell are this criminal thinking? So, so I mean, it's a fact that every every good short squeeze target has to equip with two major features. This good short squeeze target has to be looking like a shit on one side, but looks like a gold on another side, right? So it can be like double face to kind of like a nimble back and forth to cheat on retail investors or institutional investors, or I mean, which means that the stock or the company can tell two different stories, totally different two stories. On one hand, because like for CLV, the fundamental of it looks pretty good, but it's in a legal allegation right now, so the result can go very extreme. It can go really good, really awesome, really long, or really bad, really short, really dark, right? So so that would be so that could be a room for those institutional or retail investors to do something, to work on. If a company is totally looking like a shit, there's no way and no room to do any short squeeze for that. But and also the same, if a company is totally great, with it looks totally great, like let's say Apple, Tesla, and Google, so there's no way and no need for short squeeze for those companies as well. So a company need to be double faced. It has to look like a shit on one hand and look like a gold on another hand. So that's a good target for short squeeze, right? So like it's the same for like GME and AMC, right? It's on the one hand their financial and fundamental looks really shady, but on the other hand they just have a lot of support and possibly bright future for those retail investors to do the short squeeze. So that's like similar for like CLV right now. So we're also gonna check into another comments here. In Motley Fool, the analyst Ziyuan Sun just wrote this article about like a week ago before the short squeeze. The time he wrote this article, the price of CLOV was just about like below $10, but it just after his comments, like few days later, it just surged, and we can see he said, "Will Clover Health become the next short squeeze after AMC Entertainment?" So there has been some like a skepticism here. So the shorting hedge fund Hindenburg just accused Clover Health of questionable reimbursement practice, and so the company is still under investigation by both the Department of Justice and the Security and Exchange Commission for such practices. Since the report was released, Clover Health stock has lost more than half of its value since its IPO. The IPO price of CLV was about like $10-15, and it went all the way down to about like $7.5 in last week before the short squeeze. But the guy just say it's a heavily undervalued stock. And okay, so you roll a lot of things here, but basically we can see that overall, given its solid membership growth. Okay, by the way, Clover Health is the insurance company specifically for those like elderly at the age over like 65, and he said they have a proprietary, really awesome, like a high-end proprietary software for diagnosis to help those physician and practice and yeah, those factors. So, okay, let's look at. So overall, given its solid membership growth, great health plan, excellent capitalization, and bargain valuation, Clover Health is a healthcare stock that is primed for significant upside if it can resolve its regulatory investigation and allegation of wrongdoing in a timely manner. There's the potential for the stock to spike alongside AMC Entertainment. Although perhaps not to the same degree, investors should look to another quarter or two of membership growth or potential settlement of the investigation as catalysts that could send the stock upward. Okay, so I already like just cover all the article I just quoted in the description box down below this video. So later on, if you have time, you can check into that. And that basically will give you enough information to say CLV looks like, one hand it looks like a gold, looks like a really promising, with really promising future, with really growing potential for their business, for their insurance contract, for their contracting beneficiary amount this year or next year or in the next couple of years. But on the other hand, it's still undergoing allegation investigation by those authorities. So the result will be really different. It could be really uncertain. There's still a lot of uncertainty right here. So, and then that becomes a good target for the so-called retail investor group, Reddit, to play around with this target. But once again, behind the group, behind the WallStreetBets group, do you think only retail investors control that group, or actually some hedge funds, some like some more like sophisticated hedge fund has found a way to cooperate with the admin of Reddit and some of the other influencer in the social media sites. We don't know, but no matter what, from my personal 2 cents, I think CLV is definitely a good target to take a risk in the short run, but not necessarily. It's not necessary for a certain direction to long or short, but it's I think like from today, tomorrow until this Friday, it's definitely we're still undergoing a lot of volatility. So like huge volatility is always good for day trading, but you need to manage your own strategy to find out a good entry and exit point. And for me personally, I already bought like a 100,000 share yesterday. I will still add up some more today, but I will probably start selling tomorrow or this Friday. I'm not sure. We will still need to see how the volatility and the trading volume is going, and if there is any further breaking news coming out, and we'll see what's going on. And so I think that the upward potential will still be there from today, tomorrow, or this Friday. But next week, I think probably that will be a week for this stock to pull back. So if you're a risk taker, you can buy this week, you can short next week, but I'm not a financial. This is not a financial advice, all right. This is my personal 2 cents for educational and entertaining purpose. So, for me, I'm not getting. I think there are many like long-term investors looking after this stock with a long-term investing strategy. Like I would believe like most of the traders for CLV right now is sort of looking in the short run to trade for like 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days. And yeah, so a lot of the manipulator or those like insider are actually waiting for a better price to sell or take the profit. So as innocent investors, I'm an innocent investor. I'm not sure about you. So we have to be really careful if we want to go for this one. Just set up a good on profit taking and the stop loss plan for your trade. Don't never expect it will. Never put all your capital in here. Maybe it's like if you have 1 million, maybe it's like 1 to 3% is like more than enough. It's much more than enough to do the gambling here. So yeah, that's pretty much about this stock. So we can see some more facts for CLV here. CLV stock, 9 things to know about main stock favorite Clover Health as share surge. So you can see Clover Health is a healthcare company. The stock just heavily trading yesterday. and resulting in more than 7 million shares like change hand. And so far there is no recent news from the company that would explain the recent interest from Reddit traders. So it's unexplainable for such a search, right? So it's totally, it's like it's just a fooling. It's just a myth. Everything is in the myth. Like nothing can be explained. The price surge cannot be explained so far. Instead, it looks like the meme stock rally has caught the stock and is behind a positive movement yesterday. That's no surprise as retail traders have been rallying stocks for over a week now, and that doesn't appear to be slowing down. So the momentum is still there. I mean, as we can see, okay, it's like coming down right now, but I think yeah, it's still some room to go up. Investors will want to be careful as stocks in this rally could see major falls if the push from Redditors lose steam. From Redditors only, or from those like real action manipulator behind the scene, right? Do you have any insights? Once again, let's repeat it. Investors will want to be careful as stocks, as CLOV in this rally could see major falls if the push from Redditors or those manipulators loses steam. That's doubly so for stocks such as CLOV that are in penny stock territory. So, and in tippering.com, it's ranked like with as high as $10, as low as $9, but it just surged like 2 times over the reasonable rating of the Street and in Zach Zach's investment, he also ranked it as the sell with the Zach rank 4 for sell. So in the market right now, some mainstream media are calling to sell or hold for CLV, and some institutional investor was trying to short really hard, and Reddit just called for a short squeeze in the past 2 days, and the stock is still like going up and down very crazy right now. So what's your thoughts and comments? Like, do you have any interest? Like, what's your strategy? Do you want to buy? And what's a good time to buy? What's a good time to short? If it's also good to do some like option to buy some call and buy some put, like for the strategy of this stock. So please leave any of your thoughts and comments, and we will have more discussion, and we will have like more like update to follow up for this stock. Okay, so thanks for watching today. Let's check it out more.